Guys, quantitative reasoning QR is the most stressful section because it feels like a race, all right? Not like how I'm talking. It feels like a race. It's really, really quick and you're against the clock, all right? Very few minutes, plenty of questions, so you need to be very quick at this. This is where strategy is important. Lots of practice is important because your mental flex has to be on, it has to be on par that day. And the secret to a high quantitative reasoning score isn't just being a genius in maths, all right? It's about being that ninja, that data ninja, kind of who knows when to calculate and when to estimate. I always say to my students, mental maths, all right? Master that. The biggest time sink in QR is the on-screen calculator. It is slow to open, prone to typing errors, and I think you should only use it for multi-step calculations and for checking. Otherwise, try to do lots more of this. Learn 2-digit additions and subtractions. Simple, we've all done it at school. All right, start doing it again. Memorize common fractions to decimals, i.e. 1/8, 1/4, 1/6, and so forth. What is it in fractions? What is it in decimals? Use number pads, okay? If you need to use a calculator, use the physical number pad on the keyboard rather than clicking with the mouse. I think it's easier. I think it's more accurate as well. Do not underestimate the power of estimation. Many UCAT questions that provide kind of multi-choice questions spread far apart, and if the options are like, let's say A 50, B 150, C 500, D 1200, all right, you don't need to find the exact decimal amount. Remember, just round off the numbers instead of calculating, say for example 48.7 by 11.2, just calculate 50 by 11, 550. All right, so that helps in doing mental maths. Make sure you kind of triage. Make sure you kind of recognize the time sink questions. So time sink questions, all right, what I mean by that is not questions are created equally. Some take 10 seconds, other takes 2 minutes. And since they're all worth 1 mark each, I think go for those easy 10-second questions. Go for the easy wins, do them, finish them, all right? They tend to be the simple like currency questions and percentage increases or single value from graphs, things like that. Get them done. Time sinks tend to be like massive tables, multiple brackets, multi-agency geometry, etc. Well, you can flag and come back if you wanted to with those, The strategy is, go for those good ones, go for those simple ones, come back to the time sinks because you're going to flag and skip past them and come back later on when you can hopefully come back and you've got some time to do more questions. And also I say to my students, learn the high yield formulas such as percentage changes, speed, distance, time, area, volume, average speed, and so forth. These kind of formulas I find it quite useful in these kind of situations, in high intensity situations. Use your whiteboard efficiently as well. Don't kind of do multi-step calculations in your head or on the whiteboard when it can be difficult. Use the calculator. But if you kind of need to do multi-step calculations and you need to do a level of calculation first, then another level, fine, use the whiteboard to remember that number so that you can put it into your calculator and do the next bit. That could be a useful way rather than kind of sometimes forgetting it or losing it on the calculator. So in summary, scan the data, read the question, choose the path, execute. All right, we need to be fast and we need to be slick in this section and you'll do well. Good luck.